All right, so it is now 11 p.m., meaning we should, in fact, have drip marketing. Let's find out. Okay, post. Yo, it's Daniel! Damn! I mean, okay, I was expecting this one. Dark March, I didn't know who the 3.6 characters were gonna be, but once I saw Dark March, I figured we'd be getting the new Dawn Hug. Now this one is, oh wait, you can't see because of my camera. Let me move. This one is physical. Oh my God. We've finally done it. We've broken the preservation barrier. It can be done. We can have preservation characters again. Oh my God, dude. We're so back. We're actually so back. Now, I don't know how many of you guys remember this, but they did say we were getting one more free 5-star this year. And I would love if it was one of the Astral Express crew members. I don't think they're gonna give us Evernight for free. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think the odds are incredibly low. I mean, she's gonna sell like insane, so I don't think there's any chance. But Daniel, we might get this guy for free. Imagine he's a cracked preservation character and they give him to us. I don't know, maybe that's Cope. Maybe that's Cope. I think he looks, I haven't even talked about the design yet. Okay, I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I'm just gonna keep it about, oh, does he have a tail? Oh my God, he's a furry. Well, he's a scaly. You know, honestly, I feel like the art looks pretty damn good, but his outfit didn't really change that much. It changed a little bit, but it kind of looks pretty dang similar to the original. Hold on. Like here's Imbibiter Lune. I don't think that one looks super the same, but I mean the color palette doesn't really change. Yeah, like I feel like all he really changed was his pants. Like his pants are a different color now. Oh, and I guess his jacket now kind of looks a little bit different as well. He just honestly looks a little bit older, which is kind of cool. But either way, I mean, this guy looks dope. I just don't think he's my favorite that we've seen so far, but I am very excited to finally have a new preservation character. I also hope that means that we're going to be moving back to playable shields again sometime soon. I mean, Aventurine's been playable for a little bit, but they've been so focused on this HP meta that it's been we've returned to healers for a little bit, and I would like to see us be able to play shields again. I really wonder what his gimmick's gonna be though. It's gonna be tough to top Aventurine. It really is, and I don't know that they necessarily will try to top Aventurine, but I will say for certain, if this is a character they try to sell and he doesn't do something that makes everyone fall in love with this new form and the new quest, people are probably gonna skip him. Unless he's like really good in comparison to Aventurine, and then there's like the power creep problem. So honestly, I don't really know what they're planning on doing with him, but I like the weapon extension that's happening here. I mean, obviously he's had the spear for a while, but now it looks upgraded. Now we can show them what a gay bulk looks like. You know, more than anything else for next patch, I think I'm actually the most excited for the characters. Usually it is the characters that I'm excited for, but I will say for Fine End patch, it was the Fate collab and it was the story. Because Fine on himself, I'm interested in the character, but like that story I was so interested in, I was so invested in when the apocalyptic shit started happening. And now this time it's like the story could be nothing. The story could be sunshine, rainbows. We could go work at McDonald's part-time for 20 hours a week for the entirety of next patch, and I would probably be satisfied. Like these guys look so dope. And I might be coping, but you know, imagine if tomorrow we got another one and it was a 4-star. Like that'd be pretty dope. That's a whole can of worms that I don't really feel like getting into right now. I also think that he doesn't look like as cool as Imbibiter Lune. Maybe is that a hot take? I don't really know. I kind of feel like they just gave him like a little headpiece. Yeah, he has horns and they're like different, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because he's not like glowing as much that it kind of looks like, oh, they just like threw some Halloween decorations on his head and that's it. Yeah, I don't think it's any secret that people are going to be not as excited for Daniel as they are for September 11th, but I still do think people are going to be excited for him and play him. You know, one thing I would really like to see is a sort of like debuffing preservation character. That could honestly be kind of interesting. I mean, obviously it's going to be OP. They usually cross paths like me and the homies cross swords before we go to sleep. You know, they'll often take like a concept of a certain path and then try to go, oh, hey, we're going to send it this way, and then actually add in another path concept. So like for Fushuan, she was kind of like a preservation harmony character, and then for Aventurine, he was like a preservation, but also well, honestly, he had bits and pieces of a DPS and a debuffer at the same time, and he was kind of just like a Fire MC if Fire MC had unlimited shield and got shield when they got hit as well, and then also killed everything and everyone all the time. So really that guy was just built different. But yeah, I wonder what they're gonna do. I mean, he does look pretty offensive. Like you look at he's got a new weapon now, which makes me wonder if he's also going to be a damage dealing preservation character. Maybe there'll be some like damage tied to shield mechanic where the more damage he does, the more shield you get, but like maybe the shield is weak or something. I don't know. They could do lots of really cool stuff with him, so I'm excited to see where they go. I also wonder if they'll take the skill point gimmick from Imbibitor Lune and apply it to him as well, because we haven't really seen a skill point user support really, unless I'm just dumb and I can't remember, but I don't think there's been a support character that uses multiple skill points to do different attacks. So I think that'd be pretty cool. You know, that game Rememento White Shadow that I've been playing recently, it's basically HSR, but you can use multiple skill points in a turn to activate a different ability, and I think that would be really, really neat if we could do something like that. I don't know. I'm so excited to have a new preservation, guys. I think it's really going to change how the entire game feels to play, and also, I mean, that probably means that we're going to get some use for shields here soon. So people that pulled Adventuring, you guys don't have to despair anymore if you hadn't been using him because of the HP meta. You can use him again. It's probably, most likely, I'm going to assume. Of all the Amphorius patches, if we don't count the Fate collab, this is probably the most exciting one. Just because finally we get to see some Astral Express crew member upgrades. And I can't wait, guys. I really can't. But yeah, speaking of 3.6, actually, this isn't related to 3.6 at all, but in 3.5, I'm going to be releasing first impressions videos for the new characters. So keep an eye out for that, and I'll catch you guys next time.